Potato was late to the party. Onion turned to radish and said, I wonder when that guy is going to turn up. Sundays are for softballs and softballs are for Sundays. Today it's our first soiree into Queens of the Stone Age, into Josh Land. Long, slow goodbye. Extra thanks to Mr. Mike McKenzie, my student in real life, for alerting me to the fact that this song exists. This melody has been stuck in my head for a couple weeks now. I thought we should get it out of there. But not before I extend my most humble and heartfelt thanks to Mr. James McAdams, Mr. Stephen Parker, and Mr. Brian Martin for signing up for the Patreon, supporter of the Cause Club. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. And of course, if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link will be in the description. Grab yourself a guitar, and then grab yourself an E chord. Major, not minor, mind you. That's the one with the pointer finger on the G string. That's it. For a long, 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 long time. And you're going to switch to a G. Chorus is simply A minor, long, D, slow, goodbye. I would like to take a moment to appreciate out loud why this melody is so compelling. Of course, he's chugging away on the E major chord for a year and a half. And one of the reasons he's able to pull that off is because he's singing the E minor pentatonic scale over the E major chord. It's super interesting to listen to if you recognize the E minor pentatonic scale is 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. When I do the melody here for you, you will see that every single one of the notes that he sings is the E minor pentatonic scale. There it is. There's a pretty good cover of this song on YouTube by a guy with a green guitar, I believe. You can go find it. But he does a trick while he's chugging away on the E just to spice things up. And the fact that the melody is in E minor sets up the fact that you can do this like this. So take your pinky finger and put it on the E string 3rd fret. And it sort of accentuates that bum 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 rhythm that goes on in the song, right? But out of context, this chord, this E major chord with a minor 3rd in the bass sounds like a complete train wreck. But in the context of the song, it totally works and sounds great. So you can do that if you want. There's another noodly thing you can do to spice this up as one guitar player playing the song, right? And it mimics one of the bass lines. You're going to recognize it as soon as I show you. Play your E chord, then get that E string 3rd fret like we've been doing. Now we want the open A string, 2nd fret on the A string, back down to open, then E3, and back to your regular E. So, or you can make that A to a hammer-on to really mimic the bass there. Both of them. If you like. Then we have the bridge. The instrumental bridge comes after the long chorus when he does long, slow, goodbye 4 times or more times than the other time, right? And this is clearly open to interpretation because what happens on the record is different from both times I watched a live version. There's one black and white where it's acoustic, and there's one with Josh in the very large bathroom singing. And in the very large bathroom, he goes straight to an E minor chord, but way up here. So your root 5 bar chord, 7, 9, 9, 8. And so out of the chorus, long, slow, goodbye for 8 beats, 5, 6, then he goes down to D as the bar chord and C. So 8 beats of E minor, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 of D, 4 of C. Of course, if you're allergic to bar chords, you could just do the the open chord E minor. 8 beats. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 of D. 4 of C if you like. I don't think that's what happens on the record. I can't hear the C chord. What I hear on the record, maybe, this is my best guess, is E minor like this. And then 8 beats of D7. And back up. And back down. Normally you don't go back up and back down like that, but it's Josh we're talking about, and the normal, convenience rules don't really apply. I don't hear that F-sharp note drop down to an E, for the C, but let's say you wanted to plop a C in there, or, somehow you could get your D7 going, which, by the way, has a C note in it right there, but you could plop a C in the bass as well. That's my fancy artistic way of interpreting that. And then there's the acoustic black and white version, and this one's even different from those two. He starts with the E minor, but he leaves his ring finger out of it, so it's an E minor chord with no fifth, just A7, G9, and B8. And he acts like he's going to go do the D-C thing, but it changes into octave chords, and he's just noodling around. So an octave chord for D would be A5, G7, and you just hear those two notes. That's 2 D notes. And you can go down to C. The shape never changes. You just move where it is. But he's messing around. And for messing around, you can use the whole E minor scale as octave. Let's start on B on the 2nd fret. We're going to go to C on 3, D on 5, E on 7, F sharp on 9, I'm calling out this fret, of course. This one is moving along in kind. G is 10, A is 12, and then we're up to B, a whole octave we have spanned on the 14th fret, and you can keep going. C is on 15, D is on 17, and E is on 19. And you can play any of those chords in any order, and they will all sound great because it's the key of the section that we're in, which, purportedly goes E minor, D, C, but you can use all those to do your thing, to have fun with that part. But after you do whatever you chose to do, on the record anyways, for that part 2 times, you switch to chugging away on E, and now you know all the parts. So figure out which part comes next, and when in doubt, just chug away on E. Thank you so much for joining me on this Softball Sunday. I hope you all enjoyed that, and that should be an immediate add to your repertoire. See you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.